Welcome back, everyone, to a special mini-series edition of Scamping with Jay. This will be 3 episodes long. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go back and revisit the 3 locations that I visited during the 2020 camping season. I went back on my Facebook posts and I read my reviews from that time because I wasn't doing videos then, but I read my written reviews and I looked at my photos, so I decided I'd go back and kind of give a review a year later. For 2 reasons: just to make some form of content until the weather gets nicer, and 2, if I maybe drop the name of the service I use for camping or the locations I've been at in my titles, maybe I can generate a little traffic coming into the channel. So I'll start off by saying Hipcamp is what I use. It's a app on your phone or computer. HIP camp, one word. To best sum it up, it's Airbnb but for camping. Provides privately owned campsites for a fee, and it covers all sorts of things like insurance for the homeowner and yada yada. For all that. So it's a service just like Airbnb, but it's for camping. The first site that I hit, and I've hit it twice, and I really love this location for what it is. It's the old Corris family farm in Russell, Illinois. Now, I do have a couple of videos up on Facebook. I'll link those in the description from here. Those were for my second trip last year. I've been there twice. First time was in July. That trip didn't work out so well. I was not prepared for flies and 95-degree heat. Mosquitoes I had covered with everything, but apparently my mosquito repellent, the Thermacell, doesn't work so great on flies, but it's great for mosquitoes. My September trip was awesome. Loved it. I want to go back. I'd like to hit this place, 2 times a year at least. So this place offers 2 different sites. The first site is an RV or tent spot right on the farm itself. So there you can park your RV or pitch a tent. You can live amongst the goats because it is a goat farm. You'd be right on the pond where he allows catch and release fishing. And then you'd also have access to a river that's right there as well. As far as the fishing on that, don't know if it's worth it, but I'm sure if you're obeying Illinois law, you could probably keep the fish out of the river if you wanted to. At this spot, you also have, obviously an actual bathroom, shower, running water, electricity, all the comforts of home. This would be great for families, not so much the loud, alcohol-friendly crowd, because you're right next to the house right there. Like, there's not a whole lot of privacy. But I think it'd be great for quiet campers or for a family. Now, Site 2 is the one that I really like, and of course will be featured in the videos I'm going to link down below, and a picture that I'll share somewhere around here. Don't really know where I'll put it yet. Figure that one out in the editing process. But this is, definitely further away, more secluded. This is, across the street, through a pasture, on a trail, into the woods. If I had to guess, I'd say you're about a quarter mile or so away from the actual house. This is just a very rustic site. It's a medium-sized site with a fire pit. There's no amenities. There's no toilet. There's no running water. You're free to use all these things at the house, but remember, if you walk 10-15 minutes there, you got to walk 10-15 minutes back, so your best bet is just to dig a hole and go. Now, you're welcome to use all the things that are on the land. You're welcome to fish. You're welcome to, get access to the river. But again, it's not as convenient from this spot because you are more, secluded. But at this one, you could make as much noise as you want. You're pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. There's no other sites around you. It's just a single site in a wooded area. You're not bothering anyone. You can listen to music till the wee hours of the morning as long as the people you're there with don't mind. But considering I camp alone, that's never been a problem for me. It's definitely a better spot for the louder, want to be more rustic tent camping crowd. Now we'll go on to the pros and cons of this location. I flipped my book the wrong way. Anyway, the pros for this location is it's really convenient from the Milwaukee and Chicago areas. It's right on the Wisconsin-Illinois border in a small town called Russell. There's a nearby truck stop and a quick trip in case you forgot anything or need to go back, or you just want to be close by to civilization while still being in a rural area. You do have cell service there because you're right by Kenosha. You can see Kenosha city lights at night from the site. So good cell service. I imagine every carrier is going to have great cell service there. That might not be important to everyone. That's important to me because I do need internet access considering I'm camping alone. Another pro is this place really has something to offer everyone. There's a tavern within walking distance. There's fishing on the pond. You can kayak in the pond. You can kayak on the river. You can bring your family, and the goats are friendly on the farm. I mean, they're just goats. Obviously, small children keep an eye on, but nothing dangerous. Could learn, certain things about farm life or homesteading or whatever. I'm sure there's learning experiences, and Tom is super friendly. And I'm sure is, great with kids because he's just, a pretty laid back dude. And on the flip side of that coin too, it's, you also have that secluded spot for the people that want to do the real rustic camping or maybe be a little louder and don't want to disturb others and just want to kind of get out and have a wild boys in the, woods type of deal with all the shenanigans they can handle. The cons of this place now is the RV spot is going to experience a lot of traffic noise. It is right off the road right there. It's not a main road, but it's a main road for the area. Also across the pond from the property is some type of U.S. postal hub. So I imagine at certain times of the day, there's a lot of 18-wheeler traffic coming and going out of there. I didn't really ever hear it at the secluded site because I'm far enough away and I usually have music or a baseball game or something coming through the speaker that's going to drown down any type of that noise. But I imagine the RV spot is going to suffer from that a little bit. The mosquitoes can be pretty bad depending on the time of year. When I was there in July, they were awful, horrible, and it drove me insane. They were so bad that weekend. But I went back in September and they were non-existent, and it was a great time. So if I go back in summer again, I'll probably bring a yard fogger, all the mosquito repellent that I have, and really try and combat the mosquito problem. But I'll probably just save this for a spring and or fall, possibly winter spot if I ever get that winter gear. But I will definitely return to this place. The light pollution at night you get from Kenosha isn't awful, but if you're a serious stargazer, probably not the spot for you. There is quite a bit of light pollution that you do get from Kenosha. You can literally throw a rock over the state line. So yes, it's technically Illinois, but Wisconsin is right there. And to wrap it up with this one, will I return? Absolutely, I'll return. I want to go back right now. I wish it would warm up so I could book a weekend and get headed down there before the mosquitoes get too bad. I'm hoping if I get there before the big first heat wave, it should be all right. But if I got to wait till September again, I got to wait till September again. So that'll wrap up this small review of the old Corris family farm in Russell, Illinois. So join me next time where I will be reviewing Decadent Dreams in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. See you next time.